So I cannot write off the Border Patrol. I know how nasty they are. I've been questioned by them. I have friends who go in the desert and take water down in Naco and in Agua Prieta. It's not a pretty sight. Border towns are very different than vacation towns in Mexico. Don't think you can take a vacation in Mexico and learn about it. You can't. You have to find a Mexican citizen who will share with you their plight. And they're very willing to do that. They're very open, they're very kind, they're very generous. They may be taking care of your grandchildren or your children. So be very aware that our government is not a victim. Our government is the perpetrator. And we need to look at that, I think.
Thank you for sharing. I think we'll have time for one more question. Yeah.
I'm wondering why you all decided to go on the trip, and also what's one thing that you're taking back with you because you
Yeah, the one thing I knew about the border before I went on this trip was that I didn't know anything about the border and immigration. Still a lot to learn, obviously. There's a lot of things to take back. I think that things like Operation Streamline and the stories that we heard are something that are things that will stick with me forever. But it was, I think, connecting with the migrants at migrant shelters was a very powerful experience, and talking one-on-one with people who we see in the infographic that was just up. Those types of numbers that you see, just a single stick figure with 3.6 million next to them. Talking to one of those people was an amazing experience.
And similarly, I didn't know much about immigration when I went on the trip, and that was my main reason for going. And I guess one main thing that I've taken away is just recognizing the power dynamics that we saw at play so blatantly on the border, and then now being able to recognize those going on around me in my everyday life and recognizing my own role in them, like Jenny was saying, has been really powerful and something that has affected daily life since then.
Same. I knew immigration was same. I knew immigration was an issue, but I didn't really I knew I had an opinion about it, but didn't really know what that opinion was. So I figured it'd be good to actually figure it out. And I think the biggest thing for me was realizing how easy it is to just forget about what happened there, and because it's not something I encounter in my day-to-day life here, and the need to do things like this and kind of educate other people about what we saw to make sure it's an issue that's known more about.
So thank you guys for coming. Have a great evening.